Shanti. Murli date 27th December 2023. Essence. Sweet children, the births of you Brahmins are even more elevated and beneficial than those of the deities, because only you Brahmins become the Father's helpers. Question. How do you children help the Father at this time? What prize does the Father give to his helper children? Answer. Baba is establishing the kingdom of purity and peace, and we are helping him with purity. We are looking after the sacrificial fire that Baba has created. And so Baba would definitely give us a prize. It is only at the confluence age that we receive a very big prize. We now become Trikaldarshi, those who know the beginning, middle, and the end of the world, and we become seated on a throne in the future. This is the prize. Song. As the father, mother, support, Lord, and friend, you are the protector for everyone. Om Shanti. Whose praise is this? This is the praise of the supremely beloved Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, whose name is Shiva. His name is the highest of all, and his place of residence is also the highest of all. The meaning of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is that he is the highest soul of all. No one else can be called the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. His praise is limitless. It is said that there is so much praise of him that you cannot reach the end of it. Even the rishis and munis used to say that you cannot reach his end. They have been saying neither this nor that. Now Baba himself has come and given his own introduction. Why? There should be Baba's introduction, should there not? So, how can children receive his introduction? No one else can give his introduction until he himself comes onto this earth. When the Father shows Son, then Son shows Father. The Father explains, my part too is fixed. I alone have to come and make the impure ones pure, because this is the kingdom of Ravan. Sages and holy men continue to sing. The purifier is Rama, who belongs to Sita. Come, Ravan is no less, who made the whole world tamopradhan and impure? Ravan. Then powerful Rama comes to make it pure. For half a cycle, there is a kingdom of Rama, and for half a cycle, the kingdom of Ravan continues. No one knows who Ravan is. They continue to burn his effigy every year. In spite of that, the kingdom of Ravan still continues. He doesn't get burnt. People say that If God is all powerful, why does he allow Ravan to rule? The father explains, this is a play of victory and defeat, of hell and heaven. The whole play is based on Bharat. This drama is predestined. It isn't that because the Supreme Father is the Almighty Authority, he would come before the end of the play, or that he could stop the play halfway through. The Father says, I come when the whole world has become impure. That is why people celebrate Shivratri. They also say salutations to Shiva. They say salutations to the deities Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar. However, they would say to Shiva, salutations to the Supreme Soul. Is Shiva like they have shown in the temples to Babulnath and Somnath? Does the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, have such a large form? Or is it that souls have a tiny form and the Father has a large form? There would be this question, would there not? Just as here a small one is called a child and a senior is called a father. Is it that in the same way the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is bigger and we souls are smaller? No. The Father explains, children, you sing my praise. You say that the praise of the Supreme Soul is limitless. He is the seed of human world tree. Therefore, the Father would be called the seed, would he not? He is a creator. All the rest, the Vedas, Upanishads, Gita, sacrificial fires, tapasya, donations, and charity, etc., are the paraphernalia of devotion. They have their own time. There is half a cycle for devotion and half a cycle for knowledge. Devotion is the night of Brahma, and knowledge is the day of Brahma. Shiv Baba explains to you, he doesn't have a body of his own. He says, I once again teach you Raj Yoga. In order to give you your fortune of the kingdom, the night of Brahma is now coming to an end. That same time of defamation of religion has now come. Whom do they defame the most? The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, Shiva. It is written, whenever there is extreme irreligiousness, I come. It isn't that I gave knowledge in Sanskrit in the previous cycle. It is the same language. When there is a defamation in Bharat of the one who establishes the deity religion, when they put me into pebbles and stones, it is then that I come. They have defamed so much the one who makes Bharat into heaven and impure ones pure. You children know that Bharat is the oldest land of all and that it is never destroyed. The kingdom of Lakshmi and Narayan also exists here in the golden age. It was the creator of heaven who gave them that kingdom. That same Bharat is now impure and this is why I have come once again. This is why they sing his praise. Salutations to Shiva. In this unlimited drama, the part of every soul is fixed and it continues to repeat. People extract small parts of it and make limited dramas. We are now Brahmins and will then become deities. This is God's clan. This is the end of your 84 birth. At this time, you have the knowledge of all four clans. This is why the Brahmin clan is the highest of all. However, it is the deities who are praised and worshipped. There is also the Brahma temple, but no one knows that God enters this one and makes Bharat into heaven. Since establishment is taking place, destruction must also take place, and this is why it is said, the flames of destruction emerged from the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. That same Father now explains to you children. Sweet children, this is now your final birth. I have come once again to give you your inheritance of heaven. It is your right, but I will give the prize of heaven to those who follow my Srimad. Others too receive peace prizes, etc. But the Father gives all of you the prize of heaven. He says, I do not take it. I inspire the establishment of it to take place through you, and so I would give it to you. You are the grandchildren of Shiv Baba, the children of Brahma. Only Prajapita Brahma would adopt so many children. This Brahmin birth is your highest birth. This is your benevolent birth. The births of deities and Shudras are not benevolent. This is your most benevolent birth because you become the Father's helpers and establish peace and purity in the world. Those people who give prizes do not know this. They give them to Americans, etc. The Father says, I give a prize to those who become my helpers. When there is purity in the world, there is also peace and prosperity. There is a brotherhood. The golden age is Shivalaya, a temple. Shiv Baba established it. Sages and sannyasis are Hatha yogis. They cannot teach easy Raj Yoga to those who follow the household religion. Even if they were to read the Gita and Mahabharata 1,000 times. That one is everyone's Baba. He says to those of all religions, connect your intellects in yoga to me alone. I too am a tiny point. I am not that big as is a soul. So the Supreme Soul, each soul resides here in the center of a forehead. If it were so big, how could it reside in the center of the forehead? I am like a soul. It is just that I am also beyond birth and death. I am ever pure. whereas all the rest of the souls enter birth and death. They become impure from pure and pure from impure. The Father has once again created this sacrificial fire of Rudra to make impure ones pure. After this, there won't be any sacrificial fires in the Golden Age. Then, from the Copper Age, they will continue to create many types of sacrificial fire. This sacrificial fire of Rudram is only created once in the whole cycle. The offering of everyone is put into it. Then no other sacrificial fires will be created. Sacrificial fires are created when there are calamities, when there is no rain or there is some other calamity, they create a sacrificial fire. There are no calamities in the golden and silver ages. At this time, there are many types of calamity. This is why the greatest merchant, Shiv Babam, has had the sacrificial fire created. And so he grants you vision in advance of how all the offerings will be put into the fire, how destruction is to take place, and how the old world is to become a graveyard. So then, why should you attach your hearts to this old world? This is why you children have unlimited renunciation of the old world. Those sannyasis simply renounce your homes and families. You mustn't renounce your homes and families. While looking after your homes and families, you have to break your attachment away from them. All of them are already dead. Why should you attach your hearts to them? This is a world of corpse. This is why it is said, remember the land of angels. Why do you remember this graveyard? Baba has come, the agent, and he connects your intellects in yoga to him. They say souls and the Supreme Soul remain separate for a long time. This praise also belongs to him. Iron-aged gurus cannot be called the purifier. They cannot grant salvation. Yes, they can relate scriptures and perform rituals. Shiv Baba doesn't have a teacher or guru. Baba says, I have come to give you the inheritance of heaven. Then you may become part of the Sun dynasty or the Moon dynasty. How do you become that? Is it through war? No. Neither Lakshmi and Narayan nor Rama and Sita claimed their kingdom through war. They battled with Maya at this time. You are incognito warriors. This is why no one knows you, the Shakti army. You become the masters of the whole world with the power of yoga. You lost the kingdom of the world and you are now claiming it back once again. It is a Father who gives you that prize. Those who now become the Father's helpers are the ones who will receive the prize of peace and prosperity for half a cycle. Those who remain bodiless and remember the Father, who spin the discus of self-realization, who remember the land of peace, their sweet home and their sweet kingdom, and become pure, Baba call helpers. It is so easy. I am a soul. I am a star. My Father, the Supreme Soul, is also a star. He is not as big as that, but how can a star be worshipped? Therefore, they have made him large so that they can worship him. It is the Father who is worshipped first, and then others are later worshipped. Lakshmi and Narayan are worshipped so much, but who was it who made them become like that? The bestower of salvation for all is the one Father. The greatness is of that one. His birthday is worth diamonds, whereas the birthdays of the rest are worth shells. Salutations to Shiva. This is his sacrificial fire. It has been created through you Brahmins. He says, I will give this much fruit to those who help me establish purity and peace. He has had this sacrificial fire created through you Brahmins, and so he would definitely give you alms. He has created such a big sacrificial fire. No other sacrificial fire continues for this long. He says, for however long you help me, I will give you a prize accordingly. I am the one who gives everyone a prize. I do not take anything. I give you everything. Those who do something will receive the return of it. If you do little, you will end up among the subjects. Those who helped Gandhiji then became the president or a minister, etc. That is happiness for a temporary period. The Father gives you all the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end, and makes you Trikaldarshi the same as He is. He says, by knowing my biography, you will come to know everything. Sannyasis cannot give this knowledge. What inheritance would you receive from them? They would give a throne to only one. So, what would the rest receive? Baba gives all of you a throne. He does such altruistic service, and yet you have put me into pebbles and stones and have defamed me so much. This drama is predestined. When you have become like shells, I then make you become like diamonds. I had made Bharat into heaven countless times, and then Maya turned it into hell. If you now want attainment, become the Father's helpers and claim a real prize. It is the purity first in this. Baba also praises the sannyasis. They too are good because they remain pure. They support Bharat and prevent it from becoming degraded. There is no telling what would have become of it otherwise. However, Bharat now has to be made into heaven. And so you definitely have to live at home with your families and remain pure. Both Baba, both Bab and Dada explain to you children. Shiv Baba also gives you children advice through this old shoe. Cannot take a new one. He doesn't enter a mother's womb. He comes into the impure world and enters an impure body. There is extreme darkness in this iron age. He has to make extreme darkness into total light. Acha. To the sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dharana. First point, remove this unlimited world from your heart and break your attachments. Don't attach your heart to it. Second point, become a helper of the Father, and in order to claim a prize, remain bodiless. Become pure. Spin the discus of self-realization. Remember your sweet home and your sweet kingdom. Blessing. May you be a victorious jewel with a faithful intellect by keeping your specialities in front of you and thereby instantly move forward happily. Keep all your specialities, not your weaknesses, in front of you and you will have faith in yourself. Do not think about your weaknesses too much and you will continue to move forward happily. Have the faith that the Father is the Almighty Authority, and so those who hold on to His hands will definitely go across. Have the faith that the Father is the Almighty Authority, and so those who hold on to His hand will definitely go across. Those whose intellects constantly have such faith become victorious jewels. Let there be faith in yourself, faith in the Father, and full faith in every scene of the drama while you observe it, and you will become victorious. Slogan: maintain your royalty of purity and you will become detached from limited attractions. In your royalty of purity and you will become detached from limited attractions. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.